Commander really has become the main Magic the Gathering format, hasn't it? Now, there are myriad reasons for this, so many in fact that it would take an entire video just to cover them all, but I think it is fair to say that Commander is the most widely played Magic the Gathering format, a kind of tent pole that the majority of Magic the Gathering players find themselves walking under these days. Certainly it's become the foundation of Wizards of the Coast's product development, marketing, and all-around direction for the game. I mean, it sure as heck isn't Standard that's driving this game anymore. I can't even find a Friday Night Magic that's playing Standard. No. Now, whether it's your jam or not, it's hard to argue that Commander is the format that everyone is playing. The format of the players. The format for everyone. And so what better time for a product like Commander Masters, a reprint-only set that also features brand new card designs, don't get too hung up on that last part, which brings the larger Magic the Gathering player base reprints of, among many other things, some of the most expensive and therefore prohibitive game pieces that they need to play and enjoy this format. And Commander Masters is, in isolation of price anyway, an amazing set. It is overwhelming how many Commander cards have risen to be over $20 each, some by a lot, many as high as $40, $50, even $60, all for just a single card. For a format where you need 100 card decks, and usually want to have multiple decks to be able to play with friends, the price on far too many Commander cards has risen to exorbitant levels. Commander Masters also includes reprints of a lot of lower cost but equally needed Commander staples. Where once Commander was a format where you built a deck consisting of leftover draft chaff and old jank that doesn't see competitive play, it is now a format with more and more powerful cards coming out more and more often. Last year alone saw 24 Commander precons released. 24 in a single year, and that's a number we may indeed be exceeding this year. Not to mention made-for-Commander sets like Commander Legends 1 and Commander Legends 2, and high-powered sets like Modern Horizons 1 and Modern Horizons 2, and all the high-powered cards from Tales of Middle-earth, and well, just so many new and often designed for Commander cards that an old deck stuffed full of Lorwyn and Ravnica oddities that's been sitting on your shelf for the last few years, it just isn't going to be able to compete with the new power levels that every other Commander deck around the table will have. Heck, I've even found that powerful, optimized decks that I've built recently are quickly getting outpaced. With so much Commander product, from precons to Horizon sets, I really need to be switching out my Doomblades for Deadly Relics if I want to keep playing this, the most widely played format in Magic the Gathering. But if Commander is the format for everyone, then shouldn't its products be priced accordingly? The very first Commander precons had an MSRP of $29.99, which grew in a few iterations to $34.99, where it stayed until Wizards of the Coast dropped MSRP altogether, and then suddenly Commander precons were on the shelves for $45 to $50 each. That is until Commander Masters, where the precons started at $80 and, on most online marketplaces, have now risen to prices well in excess of $100 each for a Commander precon. While this is not my Is It Worth It to Buy video, preliminary evaluations indicate these precons are not too different in design than the average Commander precon. Even Wizards of the Coast recently indicated that these should not be considered premium products. So if it is not a premium product, why is the price so high? Is this just the new normal for Commander precons? Doesn't that hurt accessibility for your tentpole format? When Commander Legends came out, and remember, Commander Legends was a set with brand new card designs, not just a collection of reprints, a booster pack sold for about $6.99 each. A booster box was about $139, give or take. It also came with 2 Commander precons, and those precons were $19.99 each, though there were a lot of deals at the time where for about $30 you could get both, meaning they were $15 each. They actually had these $19.99 precons for several sets after that. Almost all of them were an overwhelmingly A quality. You can of course watch my old reviews if you wish. But in addition to the current pricing of Commander Masters precons, Commander Masters itself is slated to be one of, if not the, most expensive Masters set ever. Sets like Eternal Masters, and pretty much every Masters set leading up up to Ultimate Masters, had a very clearly stated MSRP of $9.99 per pack, or $240 per booster box. Currently, a draft booster box of Commander Masters is $300. A set booster box of Commander Masters is $400, and a collector booster box of Commander Masters is $240. Now, before you chime in that $240 is what collector booster boxes normally cost, you need to realize that they have decreased the number of booster packs in a box from 12 to only 4. That's right, that $240 now only gets you 4 booster packs. This video will discuss the cost of Commander Masters, but not cost as it relates to the actual price of the product. Rather, I want to discuss the real price we pay when each subsequent Magic the Gathering product is more and more expensive than the last, when Commander decks that are really no better and no different from the ones that were sold only a few years ago for $35 to $45 start at $80 each and end up at $100+ pricing. What is the price the community pays? What is the price the game pays? What happens when the product made for the format for everybody is priced so high that it's only for those with the most cash and the most means? What happens then? Blah 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 blah. Before I begin, I want to emphasize, again, this is not my Is It Worth It to Buy video. I will have a traditional Is It Worth It to Buy video for both Commander Masters and Commander Masters Commander decks when those products hit the shelves. This video is a commentary on the larger ramifications that dramatic price increases on a product such as this have upon the community. And I also want to emphasize that I have already stated and passionately believe that in isolation of price, Commander Masters is an amazing, absolutely amazing set. Save for cost, Commander Masters is pretty much everything you might want in a Commander Masters set. Had this been priced at $6.99 per pack like Commander Legends was, or even $9.99 per pack like Eternal and Modern Masters sets were, I think people would be saying only one thing: slam dunk. Thus, to try and negate some of the feel-bads regarding the price of this product, I'm going to try and add some cheer to the community by giving away 50, that's right, you heard me, 50 collector booster boxes of Commander Masters to you, my viewers. I will be giving them away on September 4th at 12 p.m. Pacific on my Whatnot stream, and yes, you heard that right, I'm giving away 50 collector booster boxes. So whether or not my Is It Worth It to Buy video finds this set to be worth it to buy, you can't beat free. But aside from the 50 collector booster boxes, I'm also giving away $15 for you to spend however you want on Whatnot. You can use that $15 credit to buy booster packs, single cards, sealed product, whatever you want. Whatnot is just if Twitch and eBay had a baby. People stream their products, sometimes auction them off, sometimes have buy it now prices, and when you sign up for a new account using my code, you get that $15 credit to use as you see fit. Or again, spend absolutely nothing. Just show up and watch my stream and maybe get one of those 50 collector booster boxes of Commander Masters that I'll be giving away this September 4th at 12 p.m. Pacific. Free beats $240 for 4 booster packs, and when you charge prices like Commander Masters is charging, just what is that cost that I see to the community? Let's begin with the first cost. Wizards of the Coast is incentivized to keep expensive cards expensive. Now, reprints, even in expensive sets like this, do work to lower prices, but when set booster boxes can and will and do sell for $400 a box, and 4 packs of collector boosters can sell for $240 and up, it means Wizards of the Coast is going to want to keep expensive cards expensive so that they can continue to charge 2 to 3 times what they charge for a standard product. And why wouldn't they want to do that? It costs Wizards of the Coast the same to print a booster box of 20 March of the Machines set boosters as it does to print a booster box of 20 Commander Masters set boosters. Yet one sells for $100 and the other for $400. Wouldn't you want to make sure you could continue to justify the $400 a box ones? In order to do that, you need to keep card prices high. Take a moment and look at some of the more expensive cards reprinted in Commander Masters. How many of these cards could have been printed in a standard set of the last few years? At least some of them could have, but be sure to also ask yourself which of these could have been reprinted into one of those 24 Commander precons of last year. Even at $80 and up each, the Commander Masters precons still have mana bases filled with tap lands. They don't even include the made-for-multiplayer Battle Bond lands in them. Looking at the Sliver precon's mana base, you might at first be wondering why a card like Sliver Hive was left out. But allow me to explain why Sliver Hive was left out, so that it could be reprinted later in a high-priced set. As recently as a few months ago, Sliver Hive was about a $10 card. What price do you think it would be at today if it had been reprinted in the Sliver Commander deck? It probably would have dropped to a few dollars each. But since it was not reprinted, as of the filming of this video, Sliver Hive is going for over $40 each. By omitting Sliver Hive from the Sliver Commander deck, a $10 card became a $40 card, and it is now the perfect inclusion in $20 Magic packs of the future. If it had fallen to $2, you can't really justify that as a reason to spend $20 per pack. But now, reprint equity for the future. And if you want to play slivers, well, your difficult and expensive mana base just got more difficult and more expensive, which brings me to the next cost. When you need to keep a pool of playable game pieces as large and expensive as possible, that means all other products are forced to be worse and have less. Look at the Ikoria Free Spells cycle. These first were printed in $35 Commander decks, and despite over 2 years of Commander precons being made since then, they were never reprinted once. You're telling me that in over 2 years of Commander precons, there was never an opportunity to reprint a single one of these cards? Well, their price naturally rose like crazy, and assuming our previous premise about Wizards of the Coast wanting to maintain a large and expensive reprint equity pool, that means they will likely never be reprinted in Commander precons, because the goal is to keep the price high. The origin was a precon, but the destination was $20 packs. So what goes into precons instead? Well, not cards like the Dragon, itself originating from a precon, nor cards like Dockside Extortionist, itself originating in a Commander precon, but again, never reprinted in one. Never reprinted in a $4 or even $6.99 per pack set, and reserved instead for places like Double and Commander Masters. They wouldn't even print a card like Dockside Extortionist in Commander Legends 2, and my point is that by keeping it back so that it can be printed only in the most expensive of Masters sets, the regular precons become less potent, and Legends sets become worse, and the other products, the products not priced as high as possible, are just lesser products. Look at Commander Legends 2. This was an excellent set, except for the fact that many Magic the Gathering players felt it was stripped of all the essential Commander pieces like, well, that Dockside Extortionist is a good one, but not to mention cards like Demonic Tutor, Jeweled Lotus, etc. These cards were kept from Legends because even though Jeweled Lotus first appeared in Commander Legends 1, they aren't going to reprint it in a $6.99 per pack Commander Legends 2. The otherwise cool and flavorful and well-designed set of Commander Legends 2 was essentially sabotaged by the fact that all the big-time staples, all the needed reprints, were withheld for the Masters and other premium-priced sets. Even the Battle Bond lands were kept out of the Commander Masters precons. These decks start at $80 each, but they won't put a single Battle Bond land in them because, surprise, they have to save those cards for the Masters packs. And thus, these high-priced products do not exist in isolation of the others. In order to justify the $400 Commander Masters set booster boxes and $80 and up Commander Masters precons, other products end up suffering. the products priced more affordably and more for the average player. And that brings me to my final conclusion about the cost of Commander Masters and other products priced like it. And that cost is that it means the format for everybody really isn't for everybody. You know, Wizards of the Coast loves to say, maybe this product isn't for you, or maybe you don't need to engage with every single product. The problem is, when they tie a format like Commander, the format for everyone, to a product that is as high priced as they can make, they are no longer saying, maybe this product isn't for you, and instead might be saying, maybe this format, our most popular and widely played one, really isn't for you. Really isn't for everyone. And that's why I'm genuinely concerned for the direction prices like this are taking on a format like Commander. I'm genuinely concerned about people being priced out of the most widely played way to play and enjoy Magic, because I love Magic, but it isn't a game you can play by yourself. We need sets like this to be made with accessibility in mind. And when I see prices like these, I worry about my wallet, sure, but I worry about everyone else's ability to access the game even more. I don't want people feeling shut out from Commander. Commander is supposed to be the format of just jam cards you love together in a deck, but with so many Commander products, you have to keep up with the Commander power creep. And with prices like Commander Masters, maybe you can't keep up with the price creep. I think of formats like Modern, which I love, and even Legacy, which I love, and how many people say, you know, I would play Modern, but I can't really afford it. I don't want that to start to happen to Commander. And so even when I do my Is It Worth It to Buy video, I know that even if it is worth it to buy, it doesn't mean anything if you can't afford to buy in the first place. And just in the way that we once thought, well, standard products, the standard format being the tentpole format, should be priced at the lowest level, if Commander has become the tentpole format, then I feel Commander products should be priced accordingly as well. But that is just my commentary and my evaluation, and now I want to hear from you. Do you think the price of Commander Masters is fair, too high, prohibitive? Let me know in the comments below. What do you think a set like this should cost? What do you think the Commander Masters precons should cost? How much Commander product is too much or not enough? I want to know, so leave a comment. And remember that this November 4th, I will indeed be giving away 50, count them 50, oh my god, 50 booster boxes of collector boosters for Commander Masters. That's 50 collector Masters booster boxes. Whatnot called me up and they said, hey, did you know they decreased the number of booster packs in a booster box? And I said, yeah, that's crazy, huh? And they said, oh, we should give you 50 this time then to make up for it. I said, that's crazy, but that's what we're gonna be doing November 4th. Use my code, 15 bucks. Yeah.
Next time on Shuffle Up and Play.
Today, it's something new with someone old. I've brought the gang back together to bring in their new Commander decks.
Yeah, my name is Lexi, otherwise known as Black Girl Mage. I have brought Kyler.
My name is Voxy. I brought Yarick the Desecrative.
I, of course, am playing a brand new deck that I just got in the mail. It's Secret Lair Heads I Win, Tails You Lose.
I'm Amy the Amazonian, and I'm playing Xanathar. And I'm not playing my deck, I'm playing yours. How's this is gonna work is I'm just gonna take a peek here.
I don't even get to see.
You don't get to see. Oh, cool, Hornet Queen.
No! Draw your attention to the fact that I have mined the battlefield.
You don't have her mana.
I didn't have to draw her attention to that. What does the divinity counter do?
I don't know.
What?
I don't care.
I'm going to destroy target artifact, whatever profs thing is that you stole.
Hey, that was mine.
You're welcome for giving it back.
But it's in my graveyard.
Pass it. Well, you're welcome. Pass the turn.